Yeah, so I felt kind of like disrespected that they crowned Anderson Silva.
Was it a weight class thing?
No, I was the first ever.
Yeah.
But it don't matter. He's probably the first ever in his weight class. But Dan had both belts. Dan Henderson was the first double champ, right?
In Pride.
In our sport, Dan Henderson.
But did UFC allow you to take that belt with you to UFC's, the Pride belt?
No, you know what they did? They had just bought Pride and they didn't make those Pride belts. Lorenzo came later and gave me the Pride belt. He made it later. They made that Pride belt that I have is not actually the Pride belt. It's a Pride belt that the UFC made.
Yeah.
It don't look exact like the Pride belts look way better. I always wanted one. It's bigger. I remember when Mark Coleman had that Pride belt. I used to look at that motherfucker. I was like, man, I want that belt. Most beautiful belt. That's my favorite belt. I don't give a fuck about the UFC belts. The Pride belt is the one I cared about.
I didn't have this on my bingo card for 2025, watching two icons of the sport sitting across from each other, actually sharing a laugh. I always thought you guys would be brawling on some 45-70 tip.
No, we've always been cool.
Yeah, I remember I remember like you talking like early, like first or second day of filming. It was just like we're just sitting there, me and him, you know, like, hey, let's be uncomfortable as hell. And you just start talking about your life, and I was like, yeah, it's not that different than mine. We're both from the South, you know, both like single mothers, you know. It's kind of like pretty similar.
Yeah, I respect all fighters and stuff like that. And one thing I like about Flores,
I certainly don't respect all fighters.
I respect all. I don't respect Ian McGarry, but you know, pretty much I could say all fighters. But
you know who Ian McGarry is?
I don't.
Ian Gary.
Oh, Ian Gary. Yeah.
No, his name is Ian McGarry because his name is Machado.
Irish. Okay, yeah. Because sorry, not Irish. He's Brazilian, Portuguese. No, Brazilian.
Yeah. That's the only fight I don't respect. But I respect all my comrades. And what I respect about him, because I talk my shit, and he don't take it personally. He understands it. He gets it.
He knows how to sell fights.
Exactly.
He actually sold the show before we even started. I mean,
and also I deeply hate myself. So everything you say, I'm like, yeah, I agree. I am a piece of shit.
Fuck. No, you don't hate yourself, do you?
You was a piece of shit for gracefully, so gracefully, say the word for me.
Gracefully.
Thank you. Taking the belt and...
that still
getting your hand raised and being so proud of yourself.
That still irritates
Zero. I tell you what, I am a nice guy. I have zero remorse for that.
Why?
Zero. Because I feel good about it. It's like one of the better moments of my life.
Can't he have that one moment?
No, hey.
Seriously, you got all the belts, and he's like, you
got movies, you got cars, you got girls, you got looks, you got a body, you're an athlete.
Over here.
No, the greatest moment of
and look at my face, man. Come on. It's the least you could do.